Creators are at the center of everything today. We've seen the way they've transformed marketing. I think that gets bigger and bigger every year. Brands are increasing their spending on creators by double digits, 55%. The biggest brands in the world are outpacing that, 88% year-on-year spending increase. And so as brands continue to invest in creators, both to expand their audiences, drive engagement, build community, but also in the creative supply chain, right? Creating content that the brand can use across their channels and programs, from owned to paid. We're just gonna see an explosion of opportunity for content creators. The word on the street is brandformance today. I think brand marketing is taking a center stage, like taking a central role more today than ever before. We're coming back to storytelling and community and authenticity. And so I think this kind of rhythm that we've been in for the past 5 years that's really performance centered and kind of machine, right, programmatic, is getting a little dislodged, right? And we have the ability to really scale our impact through storytelling, authenticity, community building. So I think it's that. I think it's leaning into engagement, to long-term relationships, to the human side of storytelling and building those relationships with creators and their communities, and moving away from very transactional relationships that really just try to drive to an end outcome. 80% of the earned media, content created about brands by creators, has been on Instagram historically, but we have seen massive share taken from TikTok and YouTube over the last few years, specifically in short form content. So YouTube Shorts, TikTok, obviously on everybody's mind, but really those are the 3 platforms that I think take up the majority of creators' mindshare space, and also where brands are investing the most. I think the best way to stand out today and in 2025 is really to be you. Again, authenticity is really rewarded in this ecosystem, and I think everyone's version of themselves is different. And so if you can really stick to who you are, what is connecting with your audience, whether you're a brand or a creator, you're going to be out ahead. We also see, it's not just about kind of the brand you're building as a marketer. Your brand is really owned by the conversation that happens when you're not in the room. And so understanding the conversation that's being driven by content creators is incredibly important, because that's where most people are getting their information today. And so your brand is really shaped by that content, by those conversations, and really leaning into that can help you stand out in the ways that are already resonating with your audience that might surprise you. For example, in the next 20 minutes, there will be over 106 million plus posts across the major social platforms, 17.4 million hours of YouTube consumed. That's like watching Titanic 5.4 million times. And so it's those conversations, that content, that is actually shaping how people think about your brand and products, perceive your brand and products, and ultimately engage with them. If you're a marketing professional today, the prerequisite non-negotiable for success in the future is understanding the importance and impact of creators in your business. Creators aren't just a channel, they're true business partners, and thinking about how you can work with creators to solve problems across your business, whether that's product feedback and development, consumer insights, whether that's the way you market media, tell your story, shape your values. They're incredibly important in growing brands today. And I think that is the #1 thing we see from successful marketers, is they understand the importance of creators.